KFWB News Talk 980.
You're listening to KFWB News Talk 980. My name is Les Brown, and we thank you so much for joining us. We come your way Monday through Friday from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock. And it's not about politics or the problems of the world. It's about you and your greatness and the ability for us to have conversations and exchange stories about how we can begin to improve our lives and the lives of our young people. And today we're talking specifically about raising the self-esteem of young girls. How do we do that? What have you done that's worked and has been successful? One of the things one of our callers said, Lori, she said, you got to be the message. My daughter, she watches me. Her name is Noelle. She's 11 years old, and she watches me, and I have strong self-esteem, and it most certainly shows up in her. And Gail said, well, I didn't come up in the kind of nurturing environment that gave me that. And Lilia said it's about family honor, and that kids got to know it's not just about them. It's about how they represent the family. And we're talking with Gail right now. And Gail said, I didn't get the kind of support and nourishing and the kind of parental guidance that would give me a strong sense of self. And even at this stage of my life at 46, it's showing up. I'm not interested in blaming my parents for all the stuff that I've gone through in life, but it has had some role in how I see myself and the fear that has paralyzed me and has kept me from moving forward. Have I recapped that well, Gail?
You have. I'm impressed. It sounds good.
It
sounds concise.
Well, I listened to you very closely, and so because today that's ending. That's ending right now as you called in because you are tired of being who you've been, and you're ready to step into who you're supposed to be. And so what does that look like in terms of the decisions that you make for your life right now, Gail?
Well, I know that I need to make decisions, and I've had people in the past that have said to me frequently, there's a pattern where I'll start things and then I don't finish them.
Have you started something that you have not finished already?
I suppose years ago, like when I was in school for architecture, I never completed that because I decided to go into the workforce, and but it seems to be a pattern. Although I work hard and
but we're going to break the pattern. I'm going to be your accountability partner. So we got to find a project that you can get involved in and complete. And we just start out small. So give us one. Give us one that you're going to start that you know that, okay, I'm going to do this. And because it's time for that part of you to die. That's why you're on the telephone, and we're going to help you do that. I'll be your accountability partner. I'll be your coach.
Well, my girlfriend and I sort of have a standing joke because she's afraid to fly.
Okay.
I think, oh, come on, how hard can that be? Although I appreciate her fear, and I try and coach her through that. And I'm afraid of technology.
Oh, okay. So you mean taking a computer class?
Pardon me?
Taking a computer class?
Knowing where to start, I find the whole thing, I allow it to overwhelm me. And, if you want to progress, if you want to take classes online, if you want to do this, if you want to do that, I allow it to freak me out. And although I do spend a little bit of time on the computer, I'm lacking in that, and I feel like that could branch out into a variety of different online banking.
Okay, great. Okay, well, I got a friend who does that, and it will help you get a breakthrough in that area. So I'll tell you what, and I also got a workshop coming up. I don't have the date in my head. I don't have a clue, but I'm looking forward to working with you and be your accountability partner. Email me at yes@lesbrown.com, and then you're going to come back and give a good report on your breakthrough in that area. I'm going to work with you on that, okay?
Email you where, I'm sorry?
Yes, YES @lesbrown.com.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you for your help.
Oh, listen, thank you for listening. I love your voice. There's gold in your mouth. We need to talk about this voice of yours.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, and I'm not talking about a 1-900 number, but it's a motivational voice.
Okay.
Take care. Bye now. Yeah. The number to call is 888-539-2980. That's 888-539-2980. We're talking about building self-esteem in young girls. Hello. Thank you so much for calling.
Hi.
Hi, Lisa.
No, this is Tracy. Les.
Oh, Tracy, Bobasi, Boming, Manasi. Tracy, how are you, Tracy?
Fine. First of all, we listen to you every day in the office.
Oh, thank you.
And you're so inspirational. You're just awesome, really.
Thank you. That's so kind of you. Tell me, how do you support your daughter's decisions and show them how to raise their standards?
Well, first of all, what we do is we celebrate what they are good at, each one of our kids.
Okay.
What they're good at.
How many daughters?
I have 2 daughters and a son.
Okay.
And we always tell them everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses.
Yes.
And accept it, and that's the way it is.
Okay, so you celebrate what they're good at.
Exactly. You celebrate what they're good at.
Okay, and what else?
Not just making it up.
Okay, good.
And then also, with their friends, I'm always telling all my kids, choose wisely. Surround yourself with good people.
Okay.
And you will become a good person.
Wow, I like that. Surround yourself with good people, and you'll become a good person.
Yes, and let me tell you, I have an example of my daughter who is 14 years old. She was going to a dance asked by a boy, and I go on Facebook really just to check up on the friends.
Yes.
That's it, just to see what's going on. And I did with my daughter. She told me who had asked her, and I went on Facebook, and sure enough, he had some not nice things to say, bad words, the whole bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, honey, you're going to have to let him know tomorrow that you're not going to be going with him to the dance.
Yes.
You have to set your standards high. Don't settle for less.
Right.
That's just the way it is. And stand up tall, and if your friends get upset, that's just the way it goes. And she did. Friends got upset because I guess their standards are lower.
Yes.
But this is a lifelong lesson. You gotta set your standards high in men and in friends and life.
Mm-hmm. You're right. And so how did that work out?
It worked out fine. She ended up going to the dance with some other boy, and he was super nice. We knew the family, and she had a great time. And she's all over it. It's not a big deal, but it was, it was a lesson for her.
And but she's just very blessed to have you as a mother who went on Facebook and being involved and hands-on and giving her this kind of advice. I mean, she's very, very blessed to have you as a mother.
I'm blessed to have these kids. They're wonderful, wonderful kids.
Could you have a third suggestion of what it is that you do?
Well, there's so many that my mom has taught me, actually. She passed all of these down to us, my two daughters and my two sisters and I. But I learned from my mom, and I'm hopefully passing it down to my kids.
Listen, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening. Tell everybody in the office I said hello, okay?
Thank you. You're awesome, and I hope to one day meet you.
I look forward to it. Thank you.
Take care, Les.
Okay, you too. Bye now. We're talking about raising young girls with high self-esteem. How do you do that? And we just talked to Tracy, and she said celebrate what they do and that they're good at. And the other thing is, she said to her daughter, surround yourself with good people, and you become a good person. Is that powerful or what? It most certainly is. What's your suggestion of raising young girls with high self-esteem? The number to call is 888-539-2980. That's 888-539-2980. The mark of greatness is upon you. My name is Les Brown, and you're listening to KFWV News Talk 980.